Please, go.
Flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, I'd like to ask Vicki to start us off with a roll call, please.
Councilman Bowman is absent. Councilwoman DeShane.
Here.
Councilman Hoyt.
Here.
Councilman Lewandowski is absent. Supervisor Douglas.
Here. All right, late in the day yesterday, I got word as supervisor that 2 board members were not able to be here. So we had discussed doing sort of an abbreviated meeting, simply to pay bills. But we've decided, since we have the 3 of us, we're gonna go on and have the normal town board meeting this evening. So again, the town clerk was made aware that there would be absences in a few of the board members, and conveyed that to me later in the afternoon yesterday. So let's get started. We have the review and approval of minutes for the town board meeting of July 10th and the July 24th special meeting. I'd like to make a motion to accept the meetings. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Hoyt. All in favor? Aye. Aye. All right. Reports and remittances from department heads and town committees. The supervisor reports were prepared and given to the town clerk last Wednesday for posting. They didn't make it onto the agenda page. They were posted on the supervisor
Right,
page.
I posted them on the supervisor page where I've been posting. Because I didn't have it for the agenda and I didn't go through an update at that point.
Okay. All right. Well, the supervisor reports were available in a timely fashion.
And they were available on Wednesday online. They were just on your page, not with the agenda.
So a change in procedure that was...
No, it was just I had already posted the agenda, and rather than going back and having to rescan everything and recopy everything, I just posted it on your page where I would normally post it anyway.
Okay. All right. Okay. The town clerk's report?
Town clerk fees brought in $73.50, planning board was $300, trash and recycle was $2,946.56, building department brought in $100, bottles for the youth program was $88.25, total revenue for the month was $3,535.81. After paying Ag Markets and New York State Department of Health, the check that went to the supervisor was $3,508.31.
All right, I'd like to make a motion to accept the town clerk's report. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Councilwoman Shane.
Councilwoman Shane,
Yes.
Councilman Hoyt,
Yes.
and Supervisor Douglas.
Yes. All right, highway superintendent.
Well, pretty much everything hasn't changed too much. We've been out ditching like crazy. Roads are in pretty good shape. What needs to be graded, we got most of it caught up actually today. Hired a couple of guys, so we're fully staffed again, so that's good. They seem to have a lot of promise. There's some younger fellas with a lot of ambition, so I hope that works out well. I don't have all the prices yet for some of the new trucks to discuss because I just want to do some more homework on it. And so I'll have that hopefully by the next meeting. I got the price in from the contractor that painted the basketball court last time to do the pickle court to, I'll say another color to get that done. I gave a copy to Leanne and all you guys. Other than that, we're gonna chip seal this week. We got a couple other towns helping out and we have an awesome relationship with our surrounding towns now. So it works out good. They help us, we help them with the trucking. So it's all been going well with that. Otherwise, all is pretty good, really. It's got no bad news.
So Jared, that's 5 full-timers now you have?
Yep.
Nice. Very good. Perfect timing for them.
Yeah, no, they're local fellas, and
Yeah.
one's 25, the other's 38, and they seem to be doing pretty well so far. So I like positivity.
Me too.
Good. All right, thank you. Thanks, Jared. All right, for the assessor's report, we have reviewing properties in the field, meeting with taxpayers. He held office hours, went over new construction permits. All new sales have been key punched. The final roll was filed, a legal notice was published, and all escrows have been processed. So that's what we have from Craig Surprise this evening. Buildings and Code Enforcement Officer, I don't see Tom here.
He's got 36 building permits year to date, cleaning up junk cars, such like that. And for planning board, he's got one site plan review coming up.
Okay, the rescue squad. No one's here from the squad. Did we have a report?
She's got it in the box tonight.
Neither of us see it. None of us have them. Thank you. Thank you. Grafton Rescue Squad Captain's Report, July of 2023. Calls dispatched 25, calls responded 20, 18 with a full crew, 2 with first response only. Mutual aid requests 6, requested to Petersburg 4 times and Post and Kill twice. They've got calls broken down by times. They have dispositions to hospitals. Total miles traveled by the units. The ambulance traveled 96.3 miles. I'm sorry, the ambulance traveled 525.2 miles. And 5151, which is the fly car, traveled 96.3 miles. Man hours expended on calls is 75.12. This does not account for any standby hours on duty waiting for any calls to be dispatched, training, or paperwork related. In their notes, they're saying that 4 calls that had full crews confirmed and the call was canceled, 3 of which were mutual aid and the original agency eventually responded. 1 missed call was due to Grafton EMS already on a call and first responders were not available. Town representatives have reported a delay in bathroom work due to a potential contractor problem. We are waiting for further information. We participated in the July 4th parade in Berlin and all went well. I actually saw the contractor here today.
Oh, you did? Yeah, because I reached out to Piers because we've had several calls and he has not
Yeah, I
answered.
talked to him.
And he lives by him, so I asked him
Yeah,
to
I
try
caught up
that.
with him. He was out walking his dogs and we had a discussion about what's going on. And he basically said he said 7 to 10 days he will be here to finish up what he agreed to do on the original discussion. But he cannot do any new work. So that's what I got from him. So if he was here, then he's within that time frame.
Okay. Okay.
And you said he was gonna try to come at least once a week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
So
hope.
let's pray.
Okay.
Before the weather.
I think he felt bad about
Right. Well, people have things.
get stuff going on at work. They're short staffed.
Okay. All right, dog control officer?
2 dogs, running loose call, 1 missing dog, and 2 cat calls.
Okay, all right, thank you, Vicki. All right, the Recreation Committee, I see Jen, I see Donna,
Hi. And Leanna, she's.
and Leanna, I'm sorry, I didn't see you over George.
Okay, so I wasn't able to attend, but the lady said that the Molly Durnan concert went great. I'm sure that Leanna will recap that, because she was spearheading that. But when it comes to September, we wanted to plan a pickleball and cornhole tournament. That obviously would be contingent on if the lines could get painted. I don't know how all the rules work, so when we get to the motion or those things, or new business, would you talk about that quote and if it's something that you would approve or not approve to pay?
Mhm.
So if that all goes through, then we would request permission to use the pickleball / basketball court, and then the town park right next to it. That's where we would set up the cornhole right there, and then have the pickleball going simultaneously. And that would be for September 17th.
That's a Sunday?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what, do you have hours?
1:30.
Starting at 1:30?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
So that would be for September, and then October, we are working on doing a trunk or treat. Leanna was able to meet with the Grafton Town Park, where they had said that they could set up, I think you had said a 10. State Park, sorry, yes, the State Park. A 10 and do it near the Welcome Center, so do a trunk or treat. Talked about doing a pie contest, painting pumpkins, a couple different activities, and doing that the 28th with a rain date of the 29th. So that would be that for October. We don't have anything for November right now. And then in December, we were talking about doing some type of winter festival in the town park. We don't have a date for that yet. But wanted to do maybe like a candle vigil, a tree lighting, some caroling. The ladies were talking to, what is it, the chorus? The chorus at Berlin to include the kids from the town. And then we also wanted to include a toy drive for that too. But so probably next meeting is when we would have a better date that we could ask for approval for using the town park. And then I also have a check from a donation that we had gotten. Who am I supposed to give that to for it to go into the account?
I can take that from you, Jen.
Perfect.
Okay. Was there, Madonna Crandall Roy reached out to me that she was wanting to be put on the committee, and that
Yep.
was something that
Yeah, that was gonna be the next thing.
you
If she
maybe
could.
should. Oh, okay. I thought you were done. I'm
No,
sorry.
sorry.
Keep going then. Keep going.
Yeah, so that was the next thing, and we would like to have her join the committee.
Okay.
So then how many people would that be? How many is there now? 4? There's
5 total. 5.
That was, she would decide.
6, 3, 4, 6. That'd make her 6.
Should be on
Yeah.
six?
Heather.
Okay.
Yes.
More than
Sorry,
there.
second, three.
I think we can do that with a simple motion.
Yeah, that's what you had done for everyone else, so I wasn't sure.
Okay.
And that's it.
And that's it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, all right, great, thank you.
Thank you.
The library.
So the statistics for July, check out for books, 969 books. Overdrive, which is the ebooks, 302. Patron visits, 624. Adults, 184 children, 49 teens. And the expedition participants, which officially ended July 31st, but they've extended it to August, through August, but we're not getting that many like we were at the end of July. But anyway, Grafton had 1,024 expedition visitors, 683 adults, 73 teens, and 268 children. So, pretty busy in July. Molly Jordan concert was Saturday night. It was about 90 attendees. So that was good. We've heard some good things on Facebook that people enjoyed it. And Run for Roses was yesterday. 137 people were registered. 124 finished. So there's some no-shows and there's some that don't finish. And then 20 fun run kids. So pretty good turnout. Nice day.
Yeah, nice day, fun.
Some up and coming thing I want to mention, July 22nd, we're going to do an ice cream social, summer reading program. August, yeah, see. I'm a little,
Yes.
it's been a
Summer
little
has flown by.
hectic. Plus I worked 8 hours at the library today, so. But anyway, August 22nd, we're doing ice cream social, kind of a celebration for the summer reading program, and Rensselaer County Sheriffs are going to bring out the 2 canine dogs. I just posted
And that will be at the library?
At the library, yeah. 9/11, we're gonna start Zumba again at the school. 9/25 is Legos after school. And 10/14 is the eclipse. It happens to be a Saturday, so we're gonna do some kind of program at the library for the eclipse. And October 21st is the National Give Back Day. And the theme for Upper Hudson Library system is going to be for food pantries. So we're going to do something for food pantries. And I don't know if I've forgotten anything. I think that's it. Okay.
Mary Challenge over, the expedition?
Yeah, well, it was officially over July 31st.
Oh.
But they've extended it to the end of August, but only for folks. Folks can still come get stamped, and they can apply for the VIP card, which is if they visited all 36 libraries. But they're not giving out the prizes, the bumper stickers and all that, because basically they've run out. So,
Okay. Okay, thank you, Leanna. All right, the state park, we have Tamara here. You sore?
Yeah.
Nice job yesterday. Tamara ran the Run for the Roses.
Yeah, I was gonna say I had the pleasure of running in the Run for the Roses yesterday for the first time, so it was kind of fun being on that side of the thing. This month we have a bunch of programs and small events happening. We've been doing gardening days once a month and trail work days once a month. So we've got some gardening going on at the end of the month on the 26th, and also trail work also on the 26th. So we're building a new boardwalk over a wet section of Long Pond Trail. And normally we highlight bats in October around Halloween, but you don't actually see bats at that time of the year because they're all hibernating. So International Bat Night is the last Saturday and Sunday of August, so I'll be talking about bats and doing a bat walk on that Sunday. And other than that, there's not too much going on in August. We will be having our annual Bark and Brew event in September on September 16th. So we are welcoming everyone and their dogs out to that event. As always, we'll have music and beer and food, so lots of fun stuff going on. I think for the park, there's, we're still in the middle of the summer, so we're still charging 7 days a week, $8 per car. Our volunteer program has done really well this year. We started a fire tower steward program, so if you're up at the fire tower on weekends, most weekend days, we are trying to have somebody up there talking about the history and educating people about the tower. So that's been really great. We are surpassing the total number of volunteer hours we had for the entire year last year. We're surpassing that now. So yeah, so really good. Doing really good. And I do have an announcement for me to make. I will be leaving the park in about a month. So I took a job as the volunteer services manager for the Friends of the Walkway Over the Hudson. So this is my last meeting here. So
Thank you for everything.
yeah. So
Wow.
yeah.
That's
But that's why I had to run for the Roses yesterday.
Nice. We're
So-
gonna miss you.
Yeah.
Good luck with your new.
Yeah, good luck with that. And please don't forget us.
No, I'm sure I'll be back quite often. I'll probably be at Bark and Brew.
I'm gonna bring my car.
Yeah.
Tam, do Grafton seniors still get in Monday through Thursday with their license for no charge?
Yes, any New York State resident, Monday
Okay.
through Friday,
Okay,
as long as it's not a holiday.
gotcha.
Free of charge.
and the library has 2 passes.
Seniors, yes, 62.
Seniors.
62 plus.
Yeah.
And the library has 2 passes?
We have 2 passes.
Yeah.
2 day passes.
Do they get used often?
They do.
Do they? Great. Always wondered that.
Yeah, Tamara, I'm speaking for the board, we're gonna miss you,
Yes,
definitely, you've been
definitely.
huge in, bringing the town and the park together, and, it's been great, so.
Thank you.
So
Yeah,
great.
really.
everything you're
I'll
doing.
miss being here.
Okay, all right, moving on to the senior citizen representative. All right, moving on to the Merrymakers.
The Merrymakers had a trip on August 10th. We went to Racket Lake. We did a luncheon cruise on the lake, and it was a very, very nice trip. We left here at 8 o'clock. We were back here probably 4, somewhere in that range, 4:30. And everybody had an excellent time, and was very well received, and just everybody complimented on the trip and thought it was very good. We do have another trip coming up, October 14th. which is a fall foliage trip. The bus will be taking us down to Milford, New York, and we'll be getting on the Cooperstown, Charlottesville train and to view fall foliage. So we're hoping that that is a good, nice sunny day. So that's pretty much for the Merrymakers. We will be having our Christmas party the first Saturday of December, and that will be at Giuseppe's. We wind down in November, then we have our Christmas party, and then we are done till April of next year.
How much are the tickets for the October?
25.
25?
25, yep. That will include the bus trip and the train ride. We're not stopping at a restaurant for food because they sell, the train people sell, you know, like hot dogs, popcorn, snacks and stuff, so you'll be on your own to purchase that.
Nice.
And I'm awaiting a price list and stuff from them. I emailed them today to get that info from them.
Yeah,
So,
very nice.
How many seniors participated in your Racket Lake trip?
it was, we had 29 signed up. We had a couple that no shows the morning of, but we had 29 showed up.
Were they Grafton mostly, or were they from other municipalities?
Most of them, I would say, were Grafton. There was a couple, you know, Petersburg. There was a lady from, lives on Rod and Gun Club Road and stuff, but you know, I'm numerous people, Theron Odell and, yeah, Earl Brock went, Petersburg and stuff, so.
No, Earl Brock didn't go. That's my dad.
Everett?
Brock, maybe?
No, Earl Brock went. Because Ricky sat with him and talked with him in the bus. Yeah, Earl and Ann Stevens. So
they
Usually
did that.
Everett goes.
Yeah, no, Everett didn't go.
Oh, wow.
Earl didn't go.
Something different.
Snuck out on you. So, yeah,
Didn't mention that one.
and actually we sat, Rick sat next to him at lunch too. So I sat diagonal from him.
He snuck out of town.
Yeah, my dad does that now and again too.
So, yeah,
He could have been.
and like I said, everybody had a very good time.
Betsy Colvin, that's another
Betsy
one.
Colvin went,
Was there Spinelli, the last
Sue
one?
Spinelli
We had
was
most
that
were
way.
Grafton.
Good.
Yeah, so they really enjoyed it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
Okay, all right, thank you.
very much.
All right, under communications received, anyone have? No.
No.
All right. New business, we have town hall cleaning from the furnace issues. It's still soot everywhere.
Yeah, if you look at these windowsills, if you wash those windows, your paper towel's gonna come off red black.
Black.
And it seems like to me it's getting worse. I don't know if it's in the ductwork of the air conditioning, but if you look at the ceiling and stuff around that door
Yeah,
in the furnace room,
that could be.
and the furnace room never got cleaned, so when you go in to reset the internet or anything in there, you come out and you're covered in soot.
Right, gotcha. And weirdly, my office is full of soot, which doesn't have, you know what I mean, there's no, that's a closed door.
It's getting worse and worse. I don't know what.
I did Vicky's little stand where people are, when you weren't there. I did that, I did the chairs, and the
Probably
paper
the,
towels are black.
Right, yeah.
And you guys said the same thing about the assessor's office. The
Assessor's
is-
office, I did the file cabinets, the desks, everything is black.
Quick response? I mean, just
That's
find out,
what-
is that who you're thinking of, quick response?
And can we figure out why it continues to get
And
worse?
then you have it, make sure that it's up and running too for this. We had that new part put in, right? Didn't we put a new, switch it over? That never got done?
It doesn't clean. I don't know.
We never switched to the propane. The guy found the bird nests and stuff in the pipe and he cleaned them out and he says, that's probably most of your problem.
So that's
But
where
like
we
I
had
said,
to-
we're still, I don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah, we definitely finish that before
Yeah, really.
cold weather comes
In
in.
the winter.
A thorough cleaning.
But yeah, call and get a hold of somebody, come out and give a price and first response, people like that. Do you know of anybody?
No, I can look up people.
Yes.
Yeah, we can look up people. I'm wondering again about our deductible. We had a $1,000 deductible for any issues, any building issues, but I'm not sure it would be more than that to have it cleaned, but, yeah, I'm gonna see what we're covered. Okay.
All
All right.
Look into your insurance policy and see if
Mhm.
your insurance policy
Yes.
will cover it.
That's what I was just talking about, the deductible on it, because we had it with the sign on the edge of town. It was hit with a car accident, so we determined then we had the $1,000 deductible. But yeah, it definitely has to be cleaned. Okay, we'll get some quotes on that.
For you, Vicki.
All right, old business?
Just the contractor.
The contractor out here with the,
There,
yeah.
yeah.
And what about the pickleball quote? That's old business, what do we wanna do?
It's a good price.
And if we
I
have a
agree.
tournament coming up,
And
we
it's the
should,
same people that did the basketball court.
Right.
I'm all for it
Right.
myself, but
right? And it's under our procurement limit, so we can take it. It's a vendor we've done business with before, and we should get pickleball going, especially if we have
yeah,
a tournament in the works, so.
get it going now, so next year it'll be.
Jared, they give you a time frame on this? Can they
He just said he fit it in.
fit it in?
Yeah, it's not, it's not a big deal to do that.
Can you fit it in
It's
for
not an all
17th?
day thing.
Probably September 17th.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
A month away. Okay, I'd like to, let's put it down on motions and resolutions, and we'll do it at that part of the meeting. We'll make a motion to
Yeah.
go ahead and get this done. Okay. All right, any other old business? The window. Vicky saw the window got fixed in the conference room, so that is, yep,
Yes,
that's
thank
finished.
you.
Okay, we're on to public comment. Reminder, the public comment is limited to 5 minutes per person. Be mindful the public comment portion of the meeting is privileged. All comments and statements shall be directed to the town board. Please refrain from any personal attacks, name calling, or derogatory public comments toward individuals. Who would like to start? Yes, Mr. Oliver, John Oliver.
I am asking for your help again. I need a list of those employees who are still with our esteemed town in order for me to, I should say our committee, to expose them to the town's code of ethics. And these are people who have been employed since January 1 of '22. That'd be helpful. I still have a few wayward individuals who've not submitted their financial disclosures yet, and I've made personal appeals. We're narrowing the group down, but if either of you could use your influence, I'd appreciate it.
Can we, after the meeting, John, can you let us know who's lagging and?
Sure.
Okay, all right, perfect. Okay. And then we do have 2 new employees from this year. I don't believe there were any from last year, but we can make sure. If
This
someone
young man
changes,
behind me is,
Ryan hasn't, so he'd be from
Right.
2022, so, okay.
Okay.
All right. All right, anyone else from the floor tonight? No? Yes, Donna Baldwin.
Do we have the results of the air quality testing that was done yet?
I have not got the final report from them. I will reach out to Frank, because I know for a while they were emailing anything to Frank, but he hasn't sent me anything. I did not get the final report from him.
Is there what was the cost associated with that air quality testing?
It was, I don't know, actually, I haven't even got the final bill. I don't think they did any extra testing. What was it, 1,200 they quoted us?
I think the bill for tonight is $19.35.
We have the bill from Avia?
It's in the packet for the vouchers for tonight.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think there was any
It
extra
says,
air quality test on that.
Work and, what's that?
I thought it was $19.35 now. That's what it is.
I got the list. I'll tell you. Yes, 1935.
Thank you. Anyone else from the floor? Kathy Goyer?
I was just wondering why the board was meeting before the meeting, behind closed doors.
We weren't. We were signing vouchers, usual procedures that we do before a meeting.
Okay, so the other door was open?
The hall door was open. They both were open.
No, the door in the,
That was me, I actually, it's a habit to close it, I went and made copies of.
because I made copies and that door was shut.
Yeah,
Okay.
that wasn't them, it's just a habit to always close it. I made copies on the printer for the quote, for the pickleball. It wasn't them that closed the door, it was me, it was just an accident, it was just a habit
Okay.
of closing the door behind me, it was.
Shame on you.
And he
That's
did
it,
say,
it wasn't
he
them,
did
it
say
was-
he was sorry too.
Yep, I was like, oops, it's my
Okay.
bad, not theirs.
Not a problem.
Oh, I had one more comment.
Mm.
The senior center looks wonderful
I was gonna say.
after the power washing. And these two buildings take a beating on Route 2 when the smoke does, whatever. Why wouldn't the town look at just proactively hiring someone, securing estimates and having it done semi-annually as part of your preventative maintenance? Why is it, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years?
We usually do it every year.
I think it should be done once, if not twice a year. Especially being on Route 2 with the salt and whatnot, so, but it does look beautiful, and kudos to the person that performed that service.
It was me.
You
In the
did it?
legislative meeting, I was gonna thank you.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, oh, good,
Yeah.
okay, you're still good.
Yeah.
I thought you said you did it.
I offered to do it, but we didn't have the pressure washer, because I
Gotcha.
always have done it, but I'm getting older in my hand and whatever.
Yeah.
So Jared recommended to call
I don't know, but
JJ.
yes.
Excellent.
And I did, and he said, I'll come down and look at it and call you back. And
Looks
he
great.
called me back and he said there's no way he could charge, because his mom in heaven would be very mad at him. So he did it, and I said, you gotta pay for your solution, something, and he said, no, and thank you, JJ, very much for it, because he went on vacation and came right back and did it, and it's all done. He recommended some painting done on the spindles and stuff like that, but we have other outside work to do there before we get into painting.
Can I ask,
cockpit.
who is the senior citizen representative?
It varied over the years, Kath, and it was just left on the agenda, but sometimes it was,
Don, who was that?
yeah, exactly. No, not Don Bowman, no. Donna Walker sometimes would be,
maybe.
yeah.
She hasn't been here in a while. Would it be like a director? I really don't know.
I don't know, that's why I'm asking you guys.
Not the new director.
Yeah, the new director came a couple times recently.
She's come to a meeting to be introduced to everybody, yes.
He's a senior center director.
That was last week.
Okay, anyone else from the floor? Say Ann Calabro.
First, I want to say thank you to the entertainment committee and Leanna for putting together the concert. It was really nice, and it seemed everyone had a good time. I would like to suggest that you give them money to make some signs. Because I've got sandwich boards, which are available to borrow, but I think it would be better to have their own so they can put signs up. I've had a few people say, oh, we didn't know about the concert. Well, it was on Facebook, but not everyone has Facebook. So if we had put up signs, we would have had a lot better turnout. So that's just a suggestion. They're not too expensive. You can do 2 sandwich boards for 1 piece of plywood. And you just need brackets and a little bit of chain and some eye hooks. That's it. And I'd be happy to put them together for you. Okay. All right, so you guys know that Mr. Lewandowski has not given me his emails. He only gave me the agendas that were sent, the forensic audit, and 2 flyers. And I'm kind of disappointed in the rest of the council that you think that merely asking him, are you sure you're not missing something? that was sufficient, because to ask someone who is openly defiant is akin to asking the fox, how are the chickens doing in that hen house? You know, unless the emails are part of an ongoing investigation or a lawsuit, they're not exempt. And I know that over 4 years, he's gotten some emails, and he refused to give them to me. And then on a related note, the town clerk ought to have an index compiled of all the topics in emails or paperwork which are available for public access through FOIL. Other towns have it, so you can go through and say, oh, I would like to have emails about this, and she knows where to go. We don't have that. And that's all I've got for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, anyone else tonight on the floor?
I just
Leanna?
forgot a couple of things from the library. Some of the programs that we did in July, we partnered with the Historical Society on the Gilded Age presentation, which was very well attended and was really a nice program. Town picnic, we had over 100 people visit our booth at the library and get books and DVDs. And we did the Dr. Doolittle program at the Senior Center, which is what reminded me that I'd forgotten to mention this. Lisa at the Senior Center let us use the Senior Center because it was at 3 o'clock. And they had air conditioning because it was 95 degrees outside. So
We had a few seniors that stayed.
and we had some seniors that stayed, and we had 33 participants.
Good. Okay. All right, thanks again, Leanna. All right, anyone else from the floor? All right. All right, moving on to motions and resolutions. Let's start right off strong with the pickleball. I'd like to make a motion that we engage the services of Valley Ceiling for $1,000 to strike the basketball court so that it's suitable for pickleball. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Councilwoman DeShane.
Councilwoman DeShane,
Yes.
Councilman Hoyt,
Yes.
and Supervisor Hunter.
Yes. All right, and will you do the follow-up on that, Jared, with Valley?
Please and thank you.
Let them know, yeah, please and thank you.
No problem.
And what about purchasing the nets and stuff? Where do we stand with that?
So, I had looked it up after last meeting, so instead of like drilling holes or anything, because I know people had concerns about running into it and maybe not being able to use the basketball court, I had saw that there was a removable one. You can pack it up, put it in a bag, comes with paddles, all of that. You can get it on Amazon. And then the next thing would be, where would we keep that? Leanna had given a suggestion of keeping that at the library, and you could just check it out so you could keep track of who was having it and returning it and such. And then it would just come down to who would pay for it. So I know it's under $200, so it's whether the recreation committee, is there money in the youth committee? I guess it's kind of who you guys want to decide.
This is his request.
Did you say it's under 200, Jen?
Yeah, so which is under the 500 that I still have.
Okay.
Somebody else suggested that you could have a person assigned to it and schedule it, like have a schedule at the town and pick it up at the town. So it wouldn't have to be at the library. We would put a barcode on it, and then people would take it out, using the barcode, so you would be able to track where it is. But somebody else suggested that you set up a schedule and people just pick it up at the town. So it's totally up to you, where you'd want
I like
to keep it.
that idea because, well, probably about the
I mean,
same.
we're
hours
open 26
Both is the town and the library.
The library's open 26 hours, so
Yeah.
you have more accessibility to it.
Huh? I don't know. Like where to store it and stuff, I don't know.
Yeah, the senior center's open 5 days a week.
They're closed at 3 too.
Yeah, they close at 3 there.
Yeah, obviously probably couldn't buy a bin and keep it there and trust
It's
it.
not open on the weekends.
Probably wouldn't work.
That wouldn't work, right?
Somebody would have a
We're
pickleball
only
court
open
in
10
their
on
yard.
Saturday, we're not open on Sunday. People would have to take it out on Saturday. We were just talking about the senior center's not open on the weekend.
Right,
So you
right.
have an issue there, people would have to pick it up Friday. The same issue with the library, we're not open on Sunday. People would have to pick it up on Saturday, 10 to 1. But they do that already with the passes for the Park Museum. They pick up the state park pass. You know, people have to schedule, so they know when the library's open, so they would have to just schedule the way they do when they pick up the other passes. But
Right, right. I'd hate to limit people's use of it based on when they can get the equipment out. So Jody had a thought, maybe maybe some sort of all-season lockbox type thing there
That'd be nice.
on site, possibly.
how would you, what, you'd have to give them a code or something?
I don't know how, yeah, it needs.
How tall is it? I'm thinking that it was this big it looked like.
Uh-huh.
I don't know the actual dimensions.
Huh,
So could we start with purchasing it and then the next thing would be, so.
get it,
Yeah.
yeah, get it and then we'll figure out where to
Yeah.
put it.
Would you want it to come out of our,
Leave it up for a weekend, and if they wanna play basketball, they could just, I don't know, we could talk.
Yeah, we need to talk about that, but again, you should be getting the net.
Right, I would
And
definitely,
what, you know,
okay, do you want it to come out of our budget? There's funds, I just wanted to check where you was appropriate.
You can purchase it out of your petty cash and then we reimburse that petty cash. Or, because if you're getting it from Amazon, they're not gonna be able to work with a voucher, and we don't have a town credit card.
Right.
So it's usually the person that.
Yeah,
ordered it
fine.
supplies would
right.
Yeah.
prepay and then we'd reimburse you. But you could do it, you know, if you did it with your petty cash and just put in for that.
is that it though, the net, just the net? Not-
So there was a couple different options. You could just have the net, or you could have the net and there was paddles and balls, which all I think were still under $200. Because we would need the paddles, so I would need to get
Yeah.
that option, yeah.
And you'd get enough paddles. Is there doubles in pickleball? I know nothing about that.
Yes, you can
There's doubles,
play
so-
singles or you can play doubles,
So we
yes.
need 8 paddles.
Four.
4 paddles.
Yeah.
Right, 4,
Yep.
okay.
Boy.
Yeah.
You can come to one of the first classes, right?
Right, yeah, Jody has a good point that if, as long as we have the nets, a lot of people might have their own gear to get set up with.
I don't know.
But yeah, I would say buy everything you need to get it started, especially in light of you want to have an event, the 17th, yeah. And then we'll
We'll see more people.
Donna just had a good question that I don't know the answer to. If someone was to get hurt, is that covered under town insurance?
A what?
If someone was to get hurt?
If it's
Oh.
town equipment that they're borrowing or something.
Does it work with the basketball
That's a question,
court?
yeah, I was just gonna say, we had it with the basketball, court. That's a question for council, and.
But see, when you loan out the equipment,
Right, true story.
kids come in with a basketball, bring their own basketball.
But it's still on town property.
It's town property, but it's their own equipment. If
We own,
this is
we own the nets that hang on those basketball,
town,
or the basketball are nets, so I don't,
yeah.
Yeah,
you know.
that's a good.
Needs to be,
All the other stuff sounded really good too.
Mm. We'll have to get an answer to that, you know?
Yeah.
I definitely have to get an answer. I know when towns have playgrounds or pools or, there's all sorts of enhanced liability
like
coverage.
an
expensive.
umbrella policy or something.
Let's see what we can come up with for that. All right,
The library that I live closest to, they rent out disc golf equipment. So it might be a similar type of equipment, you know, it's just small little equipment. So if you, I don't know if you need anyone to call, you could call Verbena Library and see how they do it.
disco equipment?
Disc golf,
Disc golf, okay.
yeah.
Pictures like mirrored books.
I thought that's what she said.
Okay. Disc golf, disc golf, okay, so Ravina Library?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe, yeah.
They're part of the Upper Hudson system, so I can ask.
You can
Yeah.
make a call,
Yeah.
perfect, okay. For disco lessons.
Yes.
And they take the stuff out,
Disc golf.
like we went to a free trip.
I know. Okay. All right, so we've got that motion taken care of. The next motion I would like to make would be appointing Madonna Crandall Roy to the Recreation Committee. May I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Hoyt. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. All right, anything else? Any other motions?
Well, did you approve us using the town park?
Okay, for
The 17th.
September 17th?
Yeah.
I'd like to make a motion to allow the Recreation Committee to use the town park on Sunday, September 17th for a pickleball and cornhole combo extravaganza. May I have a second?
I'll second, but again, with insurance, that will be all good too, stuff like
It should
that?
be, it should be,
Okay.
well, wait, I'm thinking in terms of like the festival,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Just-
Yeah, double up, yeah.
Yeah.
Should cover that, it should, right, but just, make sure.
Perfect.
Okay.
Who seconded
I
that?
did.
So that's September 17th at 1:30 PM. Sunday, September 17th, okay.
Thank you.
All right, yeah, thank you. All right, any other motions I'm missing other than paying bills? You good? Okay, I would like to make a motion to pay the bills as audited. Tonight we have vouchers number 323 through 356 for a total of $29,277.32. I'd like to make a motion to pay the bills. May I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Hoyt.
Councilman DeShane?
Yes.
Councilman Hoyt?
Yes.
Supervisor Duncan?
Yes. All right, our next meeting will be held on September 11th at 7 PM. That's our regular September town board meeting.
9/11.
Yeah. All right, legislative privilege?
Are we still looking for a youth person? We are.
We are, we're still advertising. We still are. Yes, Councilman White has asked if we're still looking for a youth director position, or person for that position.
Is there any way to do like a survey monkey to find out exactly how many children live in town and the age groups? So when you do have a potential candidate, they know how to direct their mindset and their service provision to see how many kids live in town?
Based on the census, a number for children that are under 21 in the town. So that's something.
But could you break it down more to know, you have K through 3, you have 3 through 6, you have 6 through 12, so you know how to gear your program, what direction to take it in.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, the library might have numbers too on type, who's really, what age group is really using the library.
Adults.
Adults?
With teens, I mean, today we had like 3 teens, out of 25 people, we had 3 teens and 3 kids.
It was. We were.
Yeah.
Again, the
Summer
only reason I do
program.
that is we're going into, summer's winding down. I have another series of money coming from the state that gets distributed throughout Rensselaer County. And I really believe that we should be getting some of that money.
Sure.
We're not getting it because we don't really have
But if
a youth director.
you knew the age groups, you can start
Yeah.
pre-planning to hopefully start fresh in January or something,
Yeah, well, that would be the.
And that would give somebody time to think things through
This could
and
be-
plan your
This
events.
doesn't have to be a full-time job.
Right.
This could be a job that, part-time job. And
Sure.
then we would define it as someone had an interest in this. And then we would go to the different age groups, we could figure that out.
Your school district
The
might be
school
able to tell you.
districts have a lot of that information.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely
I-
summer's time and
Yeah.
holidays.
I just think it's important to try to find a candidate to get involved with us.
Agreed.
The town, not just the board, but everyone in town who wants to see. I mean, we have parks, we have some great resources right here in Grafton. So I think, kids could benefit by all of that.
Absolutely.
So we just need to keep moving in that direction. I think I'm always asking young people or just people in my travels if they're interested in working. That's, I think would be an exciting job. Have some fun. That's it.
Okay. Do you have anything, Joan, for legislative privilege?
No, I thank you, JJ. That's what I wanted to do for call me back and doing that.
The pressure sign at the senior center, and he's, or pressure washing at the senior center. He's he's a Grafton fellow,
Yes, he said he's had a lot of work here in Grafton, he said he could not charge.
right?
Because the Grafton people have been so good to him.
Very nice, yeah, he did do a very nice job on it, good, okay. All right, if we don't have anything else this evening, I think we should adjourn in loving memory of Dr. Marcus Martinez from Moosic. He's a gentleman that certainly was hugely significant to eastern Rensselaer County and the tri-state area. Just a heck of a gentleman, and I'd like to make a motion to adjourn in his memory. May I have a second?
I'll second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.